As atividades de jardim, eles partem desses princípios em geral aqui. Na entrada também já dispõe desses outros princípios que eu acho bem lindos. E eles integram as plantas nos ambientes construídos. Como essa árvore aqui dentro do espaço que ali é o restaurante. Aqui tem uma parte dos quartos e mais adiante temos o jardim. Aqui na entrada sempre tem coisinhas com plantinhas e água.
They don't like strong smells. So this is a good example of a garden with no repellent properties for mosquitoes. So nothing here, you can see here, nothing really repels mosquitoes. So this one has no smell, it's more decorative. Now as an example of protecting our soil, this is really good because when you're doing mulching, first thing you do, all these leaves don't go to the landfill. And then the second thing, they absorb the water, so you don't have to water as much. And the most important thing, the key of soil fertility is our bacteria. And bacteria are killed when they are hit by the sun. So when you have soil with no cover, it destroys the fertility.
Yes.
So good example for fertility, bad example for mosquitoes. So we like to show this because it shows you what does it mean to be using natural methods of reducing mosquitoes.
Okay.
So the mosquitoes do not like so strong smell. So lemon is great. You know, not only does it give you lemons, but if you touch the leaves and you smell.
Can I?
Yeah, please. But, yeah, has a strong smell. So they don't like strong smells. Another good example.
Tá explicando plantas que são boas para afastar o mosquito.
It's called Cuban oregano. Cuban oregano. You touch it and rub it. Smell. Oh, you can use for cooking. Yeah, very strong smell.
Wow.
Delicious for cooking. Right. You also have samiloto. It doesn't have a strong smell, but it's what you take if you have dengue fever. It has very strong antiviral properties. During COVID, Thailand was already doing some research about this. Now, sambiloto is very bitter if you eat it directly.
Okay.
So what we do is we crush it and we put it in capsules.
Yes.
And we do sell it in alkaline if you want, but basically if you're not feeling well, you take sambiloto. You
Yes.
can Google sambiloto, it's proven properties. And the only
Interesting.
reason that you don't know about it is because the pharmaceutical companies are not able to copyright sambiloto right now.
Okay.
Because the plant itself is already very good, and they're not able to copyright it.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Then, example, this is called Zodia, which you love the leaves. Zodia, strong smell also. Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And one of my favorite ones, oh no, I think it died. We had a neem tree. I don't know if you know neem tree. This is neem. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is curry leaf. Curry leaf.
Oh, it's so good.
What's the name?
Curry leaf?
Curry leaf. For
Strong.
curry. Yeah. But not the neem tree. I'm not looking for...
So,
rub it in your hand.
Oh yeah, nice.
Lemongrass.
So,
And this
cupping
is...
limão.
No, it's going to take space. So what we do is you reduce those spaces. So planting all these strong smelling plants, very good, first step. Yeah? Now, the challenge here is that we want to keep soil fertility, but we also want to have less mosquitoes. So it's kind of the balance. You can see, to be honest, if I want to reduce way more mosquitoes, I would make the garden much more clean. So less, all these damp spaces are not good for mosquitoes.
Okay.
But I also want to make sure that the things grow here. That's the balance, right? So that's the first step, is looking at your garden and you see what actually is not helping for mosquitoes.
Okay.
I will also later show you a plant to watch out for. So voyager tree. And they call it a voyager tree because in here, if you were stuck in the forest and you needed some water, you can drink the water.
Wow.
The problem is that this water storage is also a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Now, if my garden did a good job, there would be no water here. Ah, no water.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
No, no water. Very good. See, you make all holes. Now, if you do not make holes here, water will store in here.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the forest and you need some water for survival, that's great. But in a guest house situation, it's like a breeding ground. So if tomorrow you plant these Voyager trees, make sure that the gardener pierces the water out.
It is a kind of drain.
Yes, yes, yeah, it's a drain, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the water comes here, and then it'll stock up, and this is like a breeding ground.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, garden. That's really the first step. People forget. They think, oh, we have to do lots of fogging and everything. You know, I guess fogging is, if it's an emergency, you can do fogging.
Yeah.
We don't do fogging here because we really believe in the whole no killing philosophy.
Yeah.
But this is what you need to do if you want to have no fogging.
Interesting.
Yeah. The second step is we provide mosquito lotion, which is based on the lemongrass.
Yeah.
So if you already finished your lemongrass, the lotion in your room, ask for some more.
Yeah.
We also provide mosquito lotion in all our public areas.
Oh,
Right?
sorry. Maybe can you type the...
It's natural.
Yeah?
It's not going to last as long as the chemical one, but it's not going to hurt your skin.
Yeah.
Right? And the same concept, right? And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the reason that mosquitoes don't like strong smells is because they cannot actually see you. They only smell you. So taking a shower at before 6 p.m. and before and after, so mosquitoes come out at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. the most. So if you have you have a shower before 6 p.m., less mosquitoes because they smell you, they don't see you.
Okay.
Our bodies sweat and it releases hormones and smells, and that's how they see you. Yeah?
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yes. So that's
So do I.
Yeah. So lemongrass. So we make our concoction. Mana yang sudah jadi eco solution? All right. So this is our eco solution. Right. You can smell.
Okay.
All right. All right. So what we put in here is we have lemongrass.
Yeah.
Right. We put also some samiloto. Right. Again, you can rub the leaves. They don't have the smell like the other leaves, but these properties mosquitoes do not like.
Okay.
Right? It's got a very bitter, not the kind of thing that they want to have. Mana? Beetle. Kita pakai beetle. Okay. All right. So this is also this is beetle, like the beetle nut tree. This one is an experiment that we're still doing, right? It has some properties. It's not as well known as lemongrass, but we're always open to experimenting. Again, we made this by ourselves, so it's a trial and error. So far, we can say lemongrass works really well, and also mana intaran? Apa? Intaran. Neem. Neem ini. Yeah. Neem extract. Yeah, so neem extract. This is very strong stuff, obviously, not for drinking, but it's got the same properties as lemongrass. Very, very strong also against mosquitoes.
Okay.
Yeah? Here we have some klerek, right? So klerek is actually a magical seed. If you put it in water, it makes saputine, or like a soap-like texture. Yeah, so I'll give you an example. It's nature's
So cool.
nature's natural detergent.
Isso é uma planta, gente, que faz o efeito de sabão quando se molha. É incrível.
So actually, traditionally, people didn't have soap, or they didn't buy soap and shampoo in the store, and they would create this. So we know that bubbles helps to kill bacteria,
Yeah.
right? So this is your natural bubble maker.
Perfect. I didn't
Now
see before.
So we use this also for our eco solution because of its bubbly texture.
Yeah.
It helps to make things stick for longer. So yeah, that's your natural washing detergent.
I want it.
Garlic again.
Garlic. garlic.
Garlic. I mean,
Into the garlic.
the concept is like mosquitoes don't like strong smell,
Yeah.
and sometimes
Oh, I'm scared to smell
this is a
it.
bit strong.
Yes.
Palm into the garlic, right?
Yeah.
Bem forte, gente.
So I would
Too
say
strong.
if you're gonna start this, you know, I would say guarantee you start with lemongrass and neem as your main two ingredients.
Yeah.
Right. But we've been doing this for a long time and we're always experimenting. And I would say our experiments now is fermented garlic, perec, beetle, and samiloto.
Okay.
Right? But these two have already been very proven in other researches. This one is experimental. All right. So I was gonna say if you're gonna do this, start with lemongrass and neem.
Okay.
So then what we do is we boil this. Ini kan dimasakkan itu. We boil it together. We boil everything together to create what is this. Yeah. And then what we do every day at 6 p.m. Why 6 p.m.? Because mosquitoes come out at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Our public areas, restaurant, yoga, in the dormitories. Yes.
Interesting.
Right. So this is the second step that you should be doing. So the first step was looking at your garden, making it less friendly for mosquitoes without killing them. The second one is you spray this. It's a strong smell. Mosquitoes don't like, and also they don't like these properties. Yeah. For them, for example, neem has been proven that if you put it in water, it makes it harder for mosquito larvae to hatch. Right. So something like that. This is more a routine task. So obviously it's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody can do this every day. We have a team that does it, so that's why we can do it. And the final step is really protection, right? The simplest solution is protection. So for example, taking a shower before 6 p.m., having a mosquito net, that is protection.
Interesting.
Right? And that is our strategy for reducing mosquitoes at Serenity without doing any fogging. So we don't use any chemicals. It's a long process, and I gotta say it's definitely more challenging. But we have the manpower, we have the support of our community, of course, from our guests,
Yes.
and from our philosophy point of view, we're not allowed to kill. So for us, we don't have a choice.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
So, any questions?
No.
How we spray it, and then if you want to try, you can also do the spray.
Yes.
I want to try.
Em resumo, ele nos ensinou como evitar de uma forma sustentável, né, os mosquitos, sem precisar aderir à cultura de matar os seres, mas a maioria dos jardins aqui são para não atrair mosquito. Ele deu dicas pra gente como não tomar banho após as 6, porque algumas coisas atraem o mosquito. Eu vou explicar um pouquinho melhor depois, mas muitas dicas legais dessa forma sustentável. Eles seguem os princípios do Vipassana aqui. Inclusive tem lugar para quem já é iniciado começar a meditar. Esse é o equipamento que eles espalham a mistura para afastar os mosquitos, ao invés de matar, nos jardins, nos quartos e afins. E eles dispõem algumas misturas naturais para a gente usar no corpo também. Então agora ele vai mostrar como é que nós colocamos.
Yeah, so you'll see every day at 5 p.m. or 5, 6 p.m. we'll do that, and that's that, right? So like that. Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah. Yeah, right. Pamida, let Chico try. It's a bit heavy.
Então você coloca como uma mochilinha nas costas, que já está com a mistura ali dentro. E vai se preparando para ativar nas áreas que você precisa.
Yeah, and just spray. Okay. Right. So you notice what he was doing.
Sprayed here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will try now.
It's also another good benefit is that because all these properties are good for bugs, it
Yeah.
helps to reduce pests.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not chemical that's toxic, right? So I mean, obviously don't drink it. But, you know, this is not, it's not chemical. Obviously, not the best perfume. It smells like, yeah, it smells like fermented garlic and you know, but it's not toxic. Right?
But yes.
This is a smell that mosquitoes don't like. So, yeah, temulawa is a yellow ginger. They call it turmeric. Sorry, turmeric. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah. And we also have a solar power system here, but we don't make it part of our garden activity because the minimum investment for solar power is about 100 million or like 10,000 US dollars. I cannot suggest everybody to invest 10,000 US dollars, but we can recommend to start thinking about your garden not only as a garden that is just pretty, like this is only pretty, but also a garden that is beneficial for reducing mosquitoes and if possible, you know, grow stuff, you know. The Cuban oregano, super easy to do. And
Yes.
amazing to cook. Mosquitoes? Cooking. Yeah. Herbs.
For all things.
Basil, mint, all that kind of stuff is amazing.
Perfect.
Alright, so that was the we were, you know, when we did this, when we started 24 years ago, it was not known to have refill stations in public places. Everybody had the bottled water in each room. Now today, actually it's a bit weird if you see plastic bottles in the room.
Yes.
Right now, even the 5-star hotel, they give you glass bottles or they give you a refill. Well, for us, it was always very important to not make so much plastic. The second thing also is that, you know, water, back then was just water. Today we know that water has good minerals, pH level is very important, and now it's normal to think about where's your water coming from. You know, it used to be water is just water. You know, now we know that water, especially like mountain water, is very good. So we have a mountain water supplier from the Batukaru Mountains.
Yes.
And it gets filtered over there, processed. So there's already that first safety. But then when it comes here, before we distribute in our system, it goes through our own filter system. Right? So we have So we have 5 filters, right? So the first 2 here are called micron filters. So micro is,
Can I take?
yeah, so you can see the 0.5 micron on most left, and then the 0.1 micron, which means anything that is bigger than 0.5 microns will not pass, and then the second cartridge is anything that is bigger than 0.1 microns will not pass. So we're talking about microscopic sediments. Then we have the softeners. So softeners are all the things that are hard in water. You know, for example, calcium, that's hard.
Yeah.
Finally, we have the carbon, which is a base of charcoal, and that is for anything that smells. Yeah, all the smells in water is removed. Now, obviously, this is mountain water, but we're doing our due diligence because for us, safety is very important. And after all the filters, it goes through a 1 meter UV light. So that big stick is a UV light. So UV light is to kill bacteria. That's the goal of UV is only to kill bacteria. And then we have the first tap. This is for our regular water. So the water that we serve in our public areas is mountain water that has been filtered twice. One time over there and one time here.